season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Colts, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Sanders has it over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. Well, CD, these 2 teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for Colts TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Ready, set.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't fourth and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Shaquille Leonard. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On 3rd down, Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have the Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They go play action now. Ryan looking for Campbell downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Now these two teams, the Eagles and Colts, the two best rushing teams in the NFL in 2021 a season ago. The Eagles, maybe a surprise to many that they were #1 last year. Of course, they got a lot of rushing yards from their quarterback that helped them. And the Colts with Jonathan Taylor, they were #2.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Oh boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts.
Looking left side and has got a man. That's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Room here to run. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ryan.
Well, throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here we go.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Ryan. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So that sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the 30 on 2nd down.
Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. On the move past the 40.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw. He's He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DeForest Buckner with a sack. The former number 7 overall pick.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some room to run. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the pick-6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Indy. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Ryan. Catch made here by Campbell. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
At the 6-yard line. First and goal at the 6-yard line. Hey, quick lane.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Colts are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Smith, the man in motion left. Here's Hurts to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Slot man moves right. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory.
But if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Colts, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.
I just scraped it off the top. Cut it out the road, out the dirt, out the blood. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental lie. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with it too. I paid it out the book.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top. Cut it out the road, out the dirt, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental lie. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with it too. I paid it out of full.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy. Off the top,
I just scraped it off the top. Cut it out the road, out the dirt, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental lie. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with it too. I paid it out of full.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Brand new in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down